Hello, I'm Bill Gates, and I want to tell you a story about my life.
After a 33-year leave of absence from his alma mater, I am pleased to present to you Dr. William Gates.
Yep, that's me. Until recently, I was known as one of the richest men on the planet. I was one of the most revolutionary figures in computer science, and I started a company called Microsoft at a very young age. I used to tell my employees to never work for a boss that couldn't write computer code as good as they could. Today, I devote my time managing my charity foundation. However, this type of success and my leadership skills did not happen overnight. I was born in Seattle, Washington, where I had a lot of good opportunities growing up. My parents were supportive. I had a lot to do. I had access to computer programming at a very young age at my middle school. Graduation from high school, I had already known how to program computers for 6 years. I developed positive self-efficacy at a young age, and as I went to Harvard, I realized I had a lot to offer the business world. So I dropped out from Harvard to start my own business, a business called Microsoft that would be successful for a long time to come. Things didn't come easy though, all the time. I developed a sense of resiliency with my time spent in the courtroom. Unfortunately, the judge ruled against my company and said that we had an unfair competition in the market. I was so involved in my own vision at the time that I didn't let anything slow me down. Yet, through those difficult times, I remained steadfast and continued to develop as a leader. Ultimately, I began to develop strong qualities of optimism and hope. I realized there are a lot of good things to come in the future. And there's a lot more to do with this life than develop a large corporation and make money. I started focusing on other things like philanthropic work, speaking, and connecting with those who had similar visions in mind.
There are some very important problems that don't get worked on naturally. That is, the market does not drive the scientists, the communicators, the thinkers, the governments to do the right things. And only by paying attention to these things and having brilliant people who care and draw other people in can we make as much progress as we need to. I want to admit that I am an optimist. Any tough problem, I think it can be solved.
So I started trying to solve these tough problems of the world. I started the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and we've committed over $10 billion into charitable relief funds. And today, speaking at the Harvard commencement ceremony, I realize I do have one big regret.
But taking a serious look back, I do have one big regret. I left Harvard with no real awareness of the awful inequities in the world, the appalling disparities of health and wealth and opportunity that condemn millions of people to lives of despair. I learned a lot here at Harvard about new ideas in economics and politics. I got great exposure to the advances being made in the sciences. But humanity's greatest advances are not in its discoveries, but in how those discoveries are applied to reduce inequity.
And I always say, life is like a box of chocolates. You know what you're gonna get if you work real hard at it.